Well, another day, another week. Today is Monday, the 20th of May, 2024. Winding up the ordeal for today in the shed. It's 4:45 in the evening, and we managed getting this top side ready to go. We got the clamshell ready, and I just need to get it on there. I didn't want to do it while I was flipping the chassis back and forth, so I got most of the stuff done before all the masking came off and everything. We changed out the little blank off piece that they had here with the screw, and here it kind of was wretched. So what we did was we remade it with a different design on it and painted it to match. So now we don't have a problem with that thing there with big wide gap osises. This will cut down the dust getting in and settling on that shaft and getting those things all gummified. I got my piano wire in today. Coil of it, 10 foot long. It was about the same well, as a matter of fact, it is the same diameter as the torsion springs that came off of this. Managed getting all 5 springs made and on, if you could believe that. So yeah, that wasn't too bad. That was so. Now we got this all redone. New wiring, gimmick cap, right there. New resistor. That one there was 2.5 times over the original one that was, and this. We put a new 00047 in there to replace this one. It was pretty much right on, but one side of the cap was way too short to reach over here, so I just replaced it. We got all the wiring back on it. We got everything all cleaned up. And with the exception of putting the tubes back in it and getting the cap put back on the transformer, and putting a cord on it, this thing is going to be ready to fire up probably tomorrow. We did get the IFs put back on. I think it was this morning, and we got them hooked in, and it was uneventful, to say the least. So oh, hey, one thing I forgot to tell you. Now I haven't got the pointer back on it yet, because I'm still dinking with the front here, the baffle, the light baffle for this thing. But if you'll notice real sharply, and where's my knob? There it is. You see which way this pulley is turning? I'm rotating this counterclockwise over that in that direction, and that thing is going. Now I'm going to go clockwise I got it correct the first time by accident. Yeah, purely by accident. Yeah, somebody was on my side when I did that doggone thing. So we're just about ready there. I'm gonna go in now for the evening and catch up on the news, see what's going on, and still got to get the light on it. I think that hole there is for the light. I'm not too sure, but the Silvertone is going to go on eBay probably tomorrow night or Wednesday, so it's not far off. So we'll see you again on the next installment of this thing in progress. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more. All right. The next day. Today is Tuesday, the 21st of May, 2024. We finally worked this thing yesterday evening and got it pretty much all back together here on the top. This morning we put all the tubes back in it. Got the lamp hooked back in so we could get a telltale on the thing. We got the buttons in, and they're all functional. The little trim piece is on it. I still yet to get the backdrop or the opaque translucent backing on this for the indicator. The one that was on it, I don't think it's not original. It's a homemade thing from ancient times that somebody, I guess, had, I don't know, redone, and that was the best they could do. So we're gonna do something different. I've been looking at a lot of radio museum pictures of this particular model, and some from radio archives and Worth Point, and it's not showing too much. So what we're going to do now, we got the power cord in it, but we haven't done the fusing yet. We're still going to do that, but I want to get a power up and see what this thing's going to do, if anything. Got the speaker out and dusted off, got it hooked back in. We got the makeshift, we got it gator clipped into the back for the inputs for the antenna on it. We're going to rework that antenna to some degree before this episode, before this series is done. We got to get that all dressed up and everything, get it all matching, and not what. So now what we got here is we got the power on the chassis, and I think we got it set in the broadcast mode, and we're going to power this thing. We got it set on that, and we're checking the voltage on the output tubes. We're going to see what they're producing, and then we'll consider going through and taking voltage checks of all the bases and see what we're going to get. So let's power the isolation power. 120 volts right now. We're going to bring, since there's 7 tubes, we're going to bring it up on the 100 watt, and we're on here. So let's, 100 watt is coming up. We're not producing any voltages yet. $230 kilocaloms. It's coming up. 30. 320. 320 kilocaloms. Faint glow. We got a lamp. $330 kilocaloms. We're going to put on 119 on the plates of the output tube. What was it saying that it needed to be? 100. No, 130. So we're just 119. So we're 11 volts, a little shy of that, but we're on bulb. So let's see what we got here. See if I can keep it in frame. Okay.
Hi, I'm Kara. Finley Subaru of Prescott presents The Wilderness, a new edition of Crosstrek, Forester, and Outback models, designed with rugged features to take you further into your
something right off the bat.
Hi. For off-road exploring with upgraded ground clearance and a drivetrain for better all-terrain capabilities.
Wow. Pumping some tunes there. Okay, let's
receive the best service, best parts, and best warranty. Far above it. Some of the, we got the 2024. I don't know if you guys...
okay, that's the end of that travel. Let's see if we get any squeaking on the okay. Let's put the long wire on it and see if we get anything more on that. Come on, get on there. No. Ooh. There we go. Oh, excuse my nose. Okay, we'll go back the other way. It's about 1:30 in the afternoon, and the sun is full on today. There's WWV. We got something. something. Some ham and eggers. And that's it. Hey. We're pumping up some stuff now. Let's see. Let's kick the other bulb on. Oh yeah, that's pumped up the volume a little bit. 380 calocoms, 138 volt. 138 volts. Let's go back the other way and see if we get.
And dependence upon Christ without no.
Yeah, that booms in. Well, I think we got a winner here. You remember what I said a couple of videos ago? Nothing worked when we did the, I guess it was in progress 1, where we checked out, see whether or not we could get anything before we started doing anything else to it. Nothing. We got nothing. I said something about all things being equal. Well, it's the truth. You go in there and you do all you need to do on that, whether you get a response or not. You don't need to fix anything. You can shotgun these things and come up with the right response. The radio should work. And it does work. In this case, it took a lot of all the capacitors and most all the resistors changed out because it was way out there. Helped out by getting rid of the rubber wiring and the IF stages, and changing out one of the tubes because there was a 50 in there instead of a 35, and then I changed out the SK7 metal tube for a GT tube with a better test on it. This one here was a 1+, almost a 2 on the machine, and the other one was in the unknown zone, the yellow zone, the twilight zone. So it's working really good. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get, I noticed that the power is up there. It's pulling 137 volts, and it should be, what did I say it was, 130. So it's a little over. It's not bad. We'll double check the voltages on the basis of the tubes. We'll see where she comes in at. We're going to opt to put a dropping resistor in if needed, because some of the other resistors in there are either a little under rating or a little over rating. I kind of decided to err on the side of the little under rating. If it called for a 200, if it called for a 200K, I elected to put 180K in it, or maybe a 220, but the lesser of the two evils. In other words, if it put me way over the 20% mark, I went the other way with it. So a lot of those are up and down from the original values on the thing, and so I figured what I would do is, if it goes too high on all the tests for all the tube sockets, we'll throw a dropping resistor in there of about 10 to 20 ohms and drop that voltage down across those tubes. So let me move on to that, and we might include another segment after this, and then again we may not. It all depends. So, and I still got the cabinet to do. I haven't done anything with the cabinet. It's just been shelved until I could figure what was going to happen with this, and it looks like it's going to be a good one. So we just got to get it dolled up now. So hang in there. We'll try to get back for more. All right. We took some preliminary readings here before any other adjustments were made, right after we got done with the previous segment. It's 3:30 in the afternoon, still Tuesday. Okay, let me get my pointer out here. First round we had 119 volt supply, 0.42 amps at 43 watts. And here, up here on the top of the box, is the design voltages off the tube sheet. The ones in the lavender color are the preliminary readings during that first reading, all the way down to the Z4 tube. We were a little high on these. We're 13 volts high there, 3 volts high, 7 volts high, and whatever. You can see the values there. 32 volts, or 32. I mean, these are satisfactory for most situations. Here we were 17 volts over on this output tube, 17 volts over on that one. We were 9 volts over on this pin, and we were 32 on the tube filaments. We were 2.3 or 4 volts over the readings for the, I guess, that pin 8 of those tubes. It might be cathode. We were really up on this one, 15 volts on that. And we weren't too bad there. There was 6 volts over there, and 16 or 17 volts over there. So now what's happened since then? We went through and we put a dropping resistor in. I think that is, what is that, 7.5 ohms. It's a 5 watt. Sheet said I only needed to have a 2 watt there. This is all I had. That'd be adequate enough, and it should keep it from warming up the apartment. These here are just jumpers off of here. So now we've got the radio fired up again. We don't have the antenna connected or the speaker connected because it don't need to be right at this point. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go through another run with the dropping resistor employed. We're going to give it a red color this time. Let me put you down over here so you can see what I'm going to do. The readings we're going to take are only going to be the DC voltage readings. We're not going to bother with the, well, one we probably will go ahead and bother with. Maybe one of the 5.9 rated ones on the 6 volt tubes and on the 30 of the output tubes. Well, the 30 volts on the output tubes, which would be the filament pins across those filament pins. So, excuse me while I shake you around here. Okay. Yeah, darn, fracas. All right, now we're going to start with the A8 tube right here. We're going to read pin 3, pin 4, pin 6, and pin 8. So pin 3, our voltmeter is set up. Pin 3, 1, 2, 3. (108 volts). We dropped that 5 volts. Okay, pin 4. Pon 4. 70 volts. Right on. Okay, pin 6. 8, 7, 6. 105 volts. We dropped it 2 volts on that. And now pin 8. Pin 8. 2.2 volts. We were 2.4 volts. So, and rating is 2 volts. So we improved that one. Okay, now the SK7, which is this one. We're going to read 3, 4, 5, and 8. Let's see if I can find pin 3. 1, 2, 3, pin 3. 2.2 volts. We improved that one. 2.2. It was 2.4 and rated was 2.0. Pin 5. Pin 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. No. Pin 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That one's jumpered. It should read 2.2 and it does. Okay, pin 6. Reading design was 100. It's 108. We dropped it 4. Rated as 100. And now pin 8. Yeah, get on there. 121. We dropped it 4 volts. Rated was 115. Okay, the SQ7, only one SQ7 prime. I call this one the prime, that one the prime. 50 volt design, pin 6, 876, 68 volts. We dropped it 2 voltaires. Okay, now on the SQ7, the second one, not prime, pin 6 is, well, let me see, we want to read 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's it. 2, 3, 0.9 volts, 0.9 volts, 0.9 volts. We dropped it 1/10 of a volt. It was 1.0. Design is 1.1. Pin 6, 876, 89 volts. We dropped it 2 volts from 91. Design is 55. Now, before we move on to the 30 volt tubes, let's take a reading on one of these tubes, which is going to be the easiest one to get to. Q7 is pins 7 and 8. Here they are. Pin 7, pin 7, and pin 8. Oop. Excuse my fat arm. 5.9 volts. 5.97 or 96, about 5.9 volts. Could be 6, but we'll call it 5.9 just for the grins of it. So these here are coming up 5.9, 5.95. Excuse me while I jot all this info down. Um, 5.9 and 5.9. Okay, so that improved it, brought it right down to design. Now let's go ahead, since we're in the AC mode, let's check the 30 volt tubes on their filaments. That is pin 2 and pin 7. Pin 2. Pin 2. And pin 7. 31 volts. We dropped it a volt. We're 1 volt over from design. 31. 31. Okay, now let's go back to ground and reset to DC voltaires. Okay, on the 35L6 prime, pins 3, 4, and 8. 1, 2, 3. We got 143 volts. Down from 147. Design is 130. Number 4. Number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 107 volts. Down from 109. Design is 100. 8.7 on pin 8. So design. Pin 8. Yeah. 10. Down from 11. 35L6 unprime. 3. 1, 2, 3. 143. Down from 147. 4. 107. Down from 109. Pin 6. Pin 6. 876. 147. Down from 151. 136 is design. And now pin 8. 10 volts. Same as the other two. Down from 11. 8.7 is design. Last tube. Rectifier tube. We should be getting 135 on, well, design is 135. Our last reading was 152 on pin 8. Where are you? $147. Down from 152. So we improved that one. Now there should be AC on pins pin 5. So let's kick that over. 8765. $148 volts. 146 is designed, and that's down from 152. Now we should get line voltage reading on line voltage reading on, what is that? Pins 4 and 6. Yeah, between 4 and 6. Between 4 and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6. 117 volts. We are down from 123 volts line voltage. Original reading is 120 volts on those two pins. So we reduced it pretty well. There's no real stresses on any of the tubes. That will take care of that portion. Now what we since we got that, this is going to be a long one. Let's flip this up. Yeah, there we go. Let me turn these things down. It's about 3:45. We'll do another quick scan, and then we're going to do an alignment before the night's over. So hang in there. Okay, we got it turned up. We've got the speaker plugged back into it and the antenna. So now, so that we can cut this, nip this in the bud a little bit, we're on the broadcast band. We're going to turn it up somewhat. We're in the brilliant mode. We're at the bottom of the scale.
I give the Pacers a 3.75 chance of winning tonight, and
That's out of Flagstaff. Don't know where that's at. Talk radio out of Prescott Valley. I don't know where that's at, but it ain't local.
way to cattle prod people that every year go, hey, Doc.
These are the drifties, I think, that are coming in now. Didn't get them earlier. And of course, we can't reach 1600 on this. It only goes to 1550. Now we might be able to stretch it with the oscillator trimmer, but we'll see. So let's kick it over to shortwave. Yes, I do have long wire on it. You have to, boy, you barely touch this tuning knob and you'll change it. That's drifty.
Neither should he eat. For we hear that there are some which walk among you
Christians in name only. And he had a lot of concern.
Yeah, we're getting... You tune too fast on some of these radios and you go right by stations you won't even know. Down here on the low end, it'll probably wake up probably around 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock this evening. That's it. So now what we'll do is we'll do an alignment on this, see if we improve it. I'm not gonna video it. We're gonna do it down and dirty on it and peek it out and see what we get. You'll find out when we do the final. So I hope everybody enjoyed this segment of the video, period. It's a long one, yeah, granted. I don't usually like making them too long, but some of you have mentioned that you'd like to be able to watch a little bit more. Also, one of my subscribers had questioned me about my magic potion, and I don't recall. It was a couple of videos back. I keep mentioning my dip. Well, my dip is right here, right here. Green. It's green. That's it. Concentrated, simple green. It's economical and versatility. All-purpose cleaner. I mix it 50-50, or approximately that. And put the crap in there, and it turns to crap. No, it gets the crap off of it. And of course, I use a lot of brushes. I got brushes here and there. Yeah. And some of these brushes. I use steel brushes, brass brushes. So that's what I got there for my dip. And I put this on there. I got everything covered up so that way that the sun up here at the top, at the awning, it comes through here, the scaposis is in here, and it breaks down plastic really quick, especially in the summertime. So I keep the plastic stuff covered up. Here's the cabinet. We started taking it apart, and we'll see how far we can get to it with it. We took the feet pads off of the things because they were ratty looking and starting to delaminate with no pieces left. And we got to dress up some of this areas in here. I don't know why it was chewed up. Maybe the rodents got hungry for some wood. So yeah, we started sanding on it. We got this much of it until we still got to hit it with the DA and some intermediate pads. But we're gonna have to deal with the front and these bars, because I don't think those will come off very easily or at all. So we're gonna have to clean this up really good. We're gonna have to dress around these here with some spot putty to fill in any of the slight little mini cracks that are started. I see this thing here is starting to delam there, so I better get some glue on it before I start handling it some more. Yeah, Godzilla's still sitting there, ready to pounce. Free shipping. Free shipping. So, I hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment or 2 or 3 or 4. Be a Greg. So we'll see you in the next couple of days. So enjoy your hump day.